Haha, okay. That's alright. I got audio now. Whoops. Okay. I think I'll probably head back home then. And we are going to continue on with the stream with audio. And I will start back from the beginning of what we'd be doing today. Okay. Gonna check on the dailies, hot spring, candles, and gather the light, and the sparkler. So we are going to head in through here. Okay. Head down the slope. And I did already snag the light. But we have a few other things to grab. Use the put down the slope. Then we are going to take the sliding race to get to the end so we can get to the sparkler. Can go snag the light because it's actually pretty low. Since I did already grab it, don't have to get it again, but that would be close enough to grab it if I needed to. Okay, so we got a person to play with, which is nice. Can actually race against somebody. And sometimes get impatient and I want to get through. The doors open much too slowly. Yeah. I'm still doing the right. But this is going fast enough as opposed to the road sliding. Run fast. Oh, there they are. I don't know why it doesn't show where they are by call anymore. It used to, and I liked that. I think I can probably beat them. I used to race at least once a day, sometimes twice. It's just been a while since I did that. together or what's up with it. Decent number of little bits of light. Head through this way. Now, while this isn't a cutscene, I am going to check and make sure I turn this on to work mode. So Sky's going to disappear for a second, and I'll be right back with that. Gotta make sure I popped in work mode really quickly. Focus, work, perfect. And I'm going to pull up my screen brightness a little more, and then Sky will be right back. There we go. A little brighter screen. And we can go snag that spirit. Okay. So this is the one I was talking about the day before yesterday as being a really nice spirit to get you through that maze if you don't know how to get through it yourself, because the spirit will walk you through the entire maze. It is a carry quest spirit, which is one of the more annoying types, but at least it's not in a particularly dangerous area. And it looks like other people have started it, so we'll have a group to go through with. In this case, that's generally a good idea. Means not all the work is on us. Sometimes it's better to have someone else with you. Sometimes it's a little annoying if they don't know what they're doing. It can make it a lot worse. But these guys, let's see, what are we looking at with stars? Hard to tell past the camera, which is a bit annoying. Top one is still pretty new. They haven't even completed their 10th. One carrying, I can't tell. They do at least have 10. I usually trust 11 stars and up at this point as people that I'm okay doing carry quests with. But these guys seem okay. We'll see if they try and pull it in any weird way. Because even when players are new, it's not necessarily bad for them to work with them. Sometimes they're really good at following directions or paying attention to what the more advanced players are doing with these. Sometimes new players will come up with cool, interesting new things. So it's not that it's bad to do these quests with new players, it's just that you want to be a little wary because sometimes the new players don't have any idea what they're doing and they will drag you into dangerous areas if you're trying to pull off a carry quest in like Wasteland. Or the extremely annoying one. So like we can fly this over if we do it right. But they got it, they saw what I was doing, and they were working on helping. Oh, we are on the floor, so we will carry it over. Totally fine, easier. Flying over is doable, but usually you want to have two people who are planning on doing that, because the thing is, everyone has their own plan of how to get through carry quests. And if you're not actually with a friend that you can talk to, or that you've done this with before, you don't necessarily know what their plan is, so you may be working against each other accidentally. But a lot of people who have the same number of stars will have been used to playing it a certain way, which is why it can be easier playing. Like if I'm playing with other 12-star players, it can be a bit easier. So. Oh, you were right, guys. I am not good at this maze. But these guys are very receptive, and they seem to know what they're doing too. So they're perfectly fine to play with. The one that it's not fun to do with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing is the one in Sanctuary. The one up the mountain. We have to jump around and try not to fall into the crevice or lose the light into the crevice. That one is pretty hard to do with people who don't know what they're doing, because there are some tricks to getting it up there without the frustration of just following the directions. And if people haven't done it before, they're gonna try and follow what they think is the right way to go, and it can go badly. The other one is the moving platform one, or the non-moving platform, but the platform one in the 4th floor of Vault. That one can get a little difficult if you're playing with newbies, because they don't know what the patterns are. They'll try and carry it up or something, and sometimes it can be a problem. Not always. Not all new players are bad. Plenty are really good, but it's more of a just use counting stars to let yourself know how much attention you have to play. If I'm playing one of these with another 12-star person, I don't have to pay that much attention because I know if I mess up, they've got it. But if I'm playing with someone who is more on the like 6-star level, I'm gonna pay really, really close attention and know that I'm definitely taking the lead there. So it's all about just knowing what your role in dealing with the carry is gonna be, whether you're gonna be the driver or whether you can sit back and let them lead. It's mostly why it's nice to see these. Or like if a new player, luckily I actually haven't had a new player want me to take them through Wasteland recently, but early on a lot of the lost stars that I had happened because I would make friends. That should be fine for falling. Good. It gets snagged on that ledge, which is why I jumped to it. Because if you just jump out the window, usually it will get stuck on that ledge and you'll have to fly back up to it. So a lot of the lost lights I had were because I was trying to be really nice to new players early on, and I would occasionally, they'd ask to take me through Wasteland and I'd be like, yeah, it's okay. I don't want to be rude. I'm gonna let them do that. And it did not go well. Okay, so we are running dailies, but this is the entrance to one of the out-of-bound areas. So I normally go before having done this, but I did read that if you go through the cutscene, you actually get a slightly cooler version. So we're gonna sit through the end of this, and then we are gonna go to the out-of-bounds area here. I believe it's one of the more popular ones. That was not the plan. I haven't been through that cutscene in a while, and we may actually be... Well, it's kind of where we're aiming for, actually. Yeah, so generally, that's actually what we're gonna aim for. Might be how everyone knows it exists, actually. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are gonna aim up here. And we have to get through one of these windows. Okay. Then we are gonna head this direction. I used up a lot of my light, and I don't really feel like falling into the water, so I am gonna use a recharge potion. As another option, I could have just recharged when I was up there. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. Cool little coliseum. You can see a bunch of interesting floating pillars. If we'd gone the normal way, we would have gone through to Wasteland, but here we're just heading over to this. Now you do want to make sure that you are charged and you can fly this way, because there's nothing that charges you down there. So if you can't fly over to here because you have enough wings, make sure you bring enough recharge potions with you. There's nothing to recharge you until you get to this Coliseum. Okay. So I'm interested to see what the difference is after going through the cutscene, where you can interact with the spirits a little better. Normally when I go in, it is the nighttime version. But we're almost there. Haven't been here in a while. I don't remember what this is left over from. Oh, okay, so it is nighttime. Nighttime Coliseum. It's amazing. Look at that. It's just so pretty. Let's see. It is mostly safe down there, so we should be fine to go down. Yeah, the only annoyance is that it thinks we're lost. We're not lost, we know where we are. So this is kind of what the old one used to look like, where you'd enter from here, and instead of that water down there, a lot of it would be cloud, but there was a much smaller pathway. So here we actually have the spirits from this level. They're playing their game, whatever it is, and I don't think we really interact with them in any way, but we can say hi. I'm going to recharge with my stick because I can. It's a good place to. Might as well. Grab some water while I'm recharging. Always good to hydrate. So yeah, fun little area. We got stars, we got a cool view of the mountain. And a lot of places to explore. So we can walk down this and see what's this direction. Just don't want to go so far that we actually fall off the edge. Because with a lot of stuff, so if we fall into that, we are going home. With a lot of this stuff, there are reset areas. So if you go too far off the map in certain places, they'll just reset you to your last known location, or some of them will send you home. For a while there was a glitch actually under the entrance to the current temple. Oh hey, well that's cool. Wait, except it doesn't function. Interesting. So for a while there was a glitch that I used to fall through all the time accidentally. It wasn't intentional. They patched it up, which is good because it would get really frustrating. There was no way out. But there used to be a different setup to the entrance. I'm gonna pull out my can. Actually, I think I have a glow spell in here. I haven't used these in a really long time. Glow spells are one of the common ones. You should be able to buy them at the spell shop. I just have to remember what they look like. I have a lot of spells. Let's see. I feel like they have little glowy things around the person. I also think they should be a little higher up, but I don't know what the pattern for these is. All sorts of fun cloaks. Oh, is that it? No. Oh, the gravity one. So the gravity spell is a really great one to use if you don't have enough wings yet and you need to get into the hard to get one in the caves underneath forest. If you need to go up, you can use a gravity spell for that. I don't know what that is. Trail spell. And if you don't have enough wings and don't know how to get to the one up in the cave in the shipwreck area of Wasteland. Okay, so I may not have a glow spell, which is fine. I don't actually need one. I can just pull my candle out. I just don't want to fall off an edge. Which luckily I can't because there's a door right here. Would be the old entrance. This is mostly what it used to look like. So there was a ramp that would go up, and I'm guessing it was this that I used to fall into. And you end up underneath the map, and there's absolutely no way to get back up. So not all out of bounds is fun. There's stairs, or it might have been here that I'd fall into. Oh wow. Don't know what happened here. Looks like the spirits caught fire. Definitely didn't mean to do that. kind of wish I'd stayed and watched what happened, but it might have just been me going far away that caused that. Okay, so we're gonna just see what else is up here. I don't remember there being anything specific, but this isn't usually all that crowded of an area. So if you want to come chill, people who play music, practice that way. Should be able to actually walk this direction. And you can see where we came from. You can even see our trail of how we flew, which is actually pretty neat. Go check the other side. Let's see. It'd still be roughly the same stuff out this way. And then in order to get out of this area, we're just gonna go home because it is not worth flying back. It's much faster to just pop home. Or if you want, you can just fall into the ocean below because it will then send you home. You can see floating mountains over that way. See something glowing gold on that statue. I'm gonna go check that out. Might just be glow. It's just a glow from something. Possibly us. Yeah, it's just the lighting effect. Spirits have moved. Something's going on. Oh, okay, so this is what it looks like with them hovering up there when you go through this without doing the cutscene. So it looks like it's just cycling through a bunch of different things. Does this light charge me? Yeah, nice. So we are now going to head this way. And we're going to take a look at what everything looks like from this side. Yeah, this is definitely what the Colosseum used to look like. The nice big statues and the stairs. Okay, so from here, I'm not going to go over that because I don't know if it's going to be a reset point where it sends me back. But going around it, we get a really cool view of, if you have done, I guess anyone who's gotten this far has done the route to Wasteland, that's what you'd fly through. Those are some of the pillars. You can't see all of them, but that up there could be. I've never flown to it. I don't know if we have enough charge to get there, or if it just sends us back home. Could always try it out though. See what exactly is off that direction. Some pillars. Should be able to get to. That's where we came from. So we can see the little star of the last spirit that they actually want us to complete. And that would be the direction we came from. And when you're doing Wasteland, you fly along those pillars. And I think that should be where you come out with Wasteland, but I'm not positive. We can always head that direction and just see whether it sends us back or if we can actually get to that. Okay. So we've now popped into daylight. Might actually be able to get there. I think I've gone there before. Gonna need to take another recharge potion though. Hopefully before I start going down too far. Yeah, we can totally get up here. I don't remember. Oh, come on, take the recharge. There we go. So even if you have a lot of wings, recharge potions can be helpful. There isn't a ton to do here, it looks like. This is more... You can land here and hang out. It's not a bad little hangout. Looks like this is kind of a weird, wacky version of the Citadel, possibly. I remember exploring out here a while back. The water is not fun to fall into. There's nothing you can do about it. You just kind of lose your light. Okay, we're gonna try to get it over here, which is easy enough to get to. Plenty of places to land. And then that is where we came from. You can see the little funnel. We may be able to get back there. I don't know if we're gonna get pulled into Wasteland, but here you can see what that Coliseum looks like from the outside. Out of bounds areas are mostly just about seeing cool stuff. So I don't actually have to use a potion right now. I can pull my stick up to charge. So I will recall it. And then I will plant it again, and I can use it to recharge, and then we'll head back towards where we came from and see what happens, because I haven't actually tried heading back there in a while. I have in the past, but not recently. Water. Okay. So I am charged. I'm gonna head over towards that cloud patch. There's a random rock over there. Can't tell if that's in the ocean or if it's floating, but if we head over towards the clouds, be able to see. They're not that far away. I should have plenty of charge to get to these. I just don't know at what point they just pull us into the little in-between section that leads to Wasteland. I wonder if we can get into that window. Yeah, we can. There's nothing in there, but we can get into it. Here. Again, I can grab my stick to charge. So this is why I carry the charging stick, because no matter where you end up, you can always charge. And there is, well, not everyone can get this if you weren't here during that season, or I think it came back as a spirit. I think it's been a traveling spirit. But not everyone can get this. But everyone can get this little recharge pot. It's in the treehouse season. I think you just get it from completing the treehouse. I think it's one of the ones that spirit gives to you. So it's slower, but it is a recharge object that everybody can get, so that's good. And I would suggest grabbing that one if you haven't, because it will let you recharge. And it is extremely convenient to be able to recharge. I'm gonna check out what someone said over here. It's nice that these hold, that the little messages hold. No one said anything, just that they've been here. Oh, they set up their own little space. That's really cute. I like that. That's neat. Ah, okay. Oh no, this is inside of theirs. You can leave it. I'm gonna recharge. That's really sweet. I like that. Okay. So we are going to head this way to the next one, largely because I'm really curious about that random cave rock. I don't think there's anything in here again, other than if people leave messages. I've only used one, but if I'm going to be exploring, it's worth recharging every time. But I really want to know what that little cave rock thing is. Okay, it's definitely in the water, so we're headed for the water, which means we can glide. I want to know what it is. Pretty sure it's touching the water. Hopefully we'll be able to get to it. The good thing is once you get out of bounds, other than hitting one of the barriers where they send you home again, you do have a lot of freedom to go places. I don't know what this is, but I want to know. Okay, so you can see there's the tunnel that would take you down to Wasteland. And we have avoided it, so we are just kind of playing. Oh, this is floating. This does not go down. There's a person here. Okay, so, ooh, okay. So this one turns night also. That's nice. You have a good view of the mountain. You can see where we came from. All the little pieces. It's pretty neat to be able to see the pieces. Person meant to have alone time, so I'm not gonna bug them. Curious though. Oh, this isn't a cave. This is like just a conglomeration of rocks. It's a door. This is a door. This is the door to Eden. Huh. Okay, that's really neat. It's just randomly the door to Eden. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna recharge. Should be okay about. Let's bring it to us a little. Let's see. That should recharge us okay. I'm gonna try flying back there just because I'm curious. I haven't actually done it like that before. But it's worth checking and seeing. Yeah, they are reusing this stuff. I don't know if it's reusing it or if this is where it's stored. Like if this is where the data is stored. Because everything that's in these out of bounds areas is usually either the old version of something or the current version of something. It's like these voids are where the data is stored when you're not in that area. Some of the out-of-bounds areas are intentional, but a lot of them aren't. And the developers have kept them after they realized that people really liked them, or they're ones that they've cut off and people can't get to anymore. But only some of it is actually intentional use of stuff. Like the old Colosseum, that is the old Colosseum. It's one of the original Colosseums, and it's just kind of sitting there, so I wonder if it's for them to like reuse if they want to. So they have the data in the game. That would be my guess, but we have to talk to a developer to see. Okay, so now we have returned back to where we came from. We should be able to get back inside because I don't actually intend to go to Wasteland, and we're not going to have to go home, which is nice. I think we can get back through here and not get in trouble for it. But I'm not sure because I haven't actually tried going backwards here in a really, really long time. I haven't even opened this door in actual years. So let's see. Looks like I can? Yeah, okay, cool. It let me back through and now I can head. Let's see, what do we have left? We need to get Village of Dreams, and I need to light candles. So I'm somewhat out of light, which is why I'm hopping instead of flying. I guess I could charge here. That's probably the clever thing to do. Stop and charge here. Oh, plus I have to light candles, so I might as well light them. Although I think there's a candle cake I can go light. Just gonna sit here for a second and charge up a little, although it would be a lot faster for me to charge my on my little light. Oh, there's a person. It's faster to charge on a person. Person ran away. Never mind. Yeah, this is too slow. Gonna recharge with my light way faster. Okay, fully charged and heading up. So when looking at this, you can kind of see how that Colosseum fits in with this Colosseum, but is like a way less complicated version. That is what it used to be. All these doorways and all of it, it did not exist. It was very simple. I do like the new version, but the old version definitely, there's always a charm to the simple bit. Okay. Gonna go get the candle cake because it will do my 20 candles. It's more than 20 and it hasn't been lit. Some of the fun of playing with out of bounds areas is that you kind of clear up. Oh, the game's down here. The game might always be down here now, actually. It's a fun game. I like this game. Let's see. Where's the... Come on. There we go. Okay. This might not be functioning as well as I don't remember how this works. I don't remember it always being here. I thought that was more of a seasonal thing. But I am failing at that, figuring out how it works. What are these? Oh. We can get our own set and go play wherever we want. And that is there permanently. That's cool. It is kind of neat that they make a lot of stuff permanent. Because it definitely used to be that if you missed it during the season, that was it. You were never gonna get it again. And for some things, that's nice. So like there's some really nice pretty glowy umbrellas that were ultimate gifts the season before I joined, and I'm very sad that I did not get them. Also like that they've started letting the countdown show here instead of you having to keep checking, especially in the hot springs. Although the hot springs, I don't think it's currently giving us constant light. So there was a chunk of time where the hot springs gave us constant light, and you had to do these hot springs things. So when you needed to see how long it had been, it was almost impossible because your candle was getting constant light, so you'd have to walk away from the hot springs, and then you'd have to check how long it had been and go back if you needed to. So that part was not fun, and this is definitely better. Almost there. I think that's it. And then we are gonna go check out an out-of-bounds area in Dawn. It's another favorite spot. A lot of people know about that one as well. And then, well, actually we can just go home. We don't need to go back up. We could gather more light if we wanted to, but today I mostly want to focus on checking out these two areas. I am going to get my candles though, because I forget. I don't want to forget. Okay, so we're gonna go into Dawn. And it is gonna take a minute because it involves flying very, very high. And it is much, much simpler to get to with clouds. I'm not sure it's even possible to get to without the clouds, no matter how many wings you have. So I'm just gonna fly through the cave, because last time I tried flying around it, I got sent backwards. And the cave's not that long. It's not bad. So if we want to get height to start with, the simplest ways to do it is just to go up to that, the higher cave area, off to the right of the temple. So that is where I'm gonna head. So I am curious what their little star map shows. Because it changed, it says the missing one is now up there instead of down here. So it is just kind of off in general. This should charge me up pretty well. Or does it, I guess it doesn't charge me, it just carries me anyway. I just have to get up there and then I'll go to the side. So we're headed for something called Rainbow Bridge. Let's just drive this way. And then we will head off. I do want to check this map though. I want to see if it shows there being something, a star missing, or if it doesn't. Yeah, see, this one says that there's one missing there. And it was saying it was missing from the lower area before, so I know I'm not missing it. We'll double check it, just in case. But it's an interesting glitch. So we're gonna head up to the top, because it gives us a good launch point. I guess both of these are ones you need to go through essentially the entire level to get to. Close to the clouds. And at some point we'll go into that, just not now. Use that to glitch up and out of things as well, but I don't think we glitched. I think we just got where we wanted to go. Yeah, good. Oh, would somebody open that? So we could technically go in. I just don't. Oh no, it's not open. Never mind. Never mind. There's another person though. Okay. So we're gonna go up to the top of this because it is the easiest launching spot. We're gonna check on the star that they say is missing, which it is not. We definitely have it, and there are no other winged lights in here. So we know that that map is a glitch. I'm gonna check the map up here too, just to see what's up with it, because sometimes the maps themselves are glitching. There was a glitch for a while where the map in the theater area would not register that you'd seen it. I'm just gonna check what this does. Yeah, it still says we haven't grabbed it. Okay. I'm gonna go grab the rest of the lights. I'm guessing that person is also headed where I'm headed. Either that or they're headed to the Cave of Prophecy, because before the Windy Pathways, this was actually the easiest way to get there. Going all the way up here and then going down. We don't seem to be doing that though. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna climb these clouds. Basically as high as we can get. Just using the clouds to boost us, because it's way faster than actually flying straight up. Boosting as high as we can go. And then eventually you're gonna get this Rainbow Bridge shelf, which is pretty neat. I don't think I'm high enough yet. Plus the clouds are pretty fun to climb. This is one of the things where you can tell it doesn't matter how many wedges you have. Everybody should be able to get up here, and it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, turn around and see if we've gotten it yet. Oh, starting to see some. Head back towards the clouds. You can see what we're aiming for. Just keep running into it, so I'm running out of wing. what we're trying to do is get on top of that, which looks like pretty close to. Then we have to get into the right area, and we can land on top of it. And we have a really cool view. Might not be high enough yet. Sometimes it just takes a minute. Definitely takes patience to deal with out of bounds areas. But some of them are really worth it. Gotta be getting close. We've made it to the top, so we are gonna just drop down slowly and see when we get to the Rainbow Bridge, because it is lower than we currently are. Passed into nighttime. Getting a little low though. We did see it, so we know the general area. Just have to get there now. This side is definitely easier to deal with for getting there. We're hitting the yellow chunk over here. And we don't want to go too far past the temple because it will send us to the next section. It's still quite easy to get to. Haven't been here in a while, so that could be all that's going on. But I feel like it used to be a lot easier to run into. Like, we did run into it. Definitely heading a little too high though. It is about getting exactly the right everything. Just glide a little and see if we can run into it. Come on. Will eventually show up. I just don't remember how high it is. I feel like it's not that high. I also think it's higher than this. Yellow bit again, yeah. Come on. Should be somewhere around here, honestly. Just not running into it right now. There we go. Okay, so then we just need to get to the top of this. We run into it, and we are going to get to the top. We will. Okay, we're gonna just drop down until we hit a cloud, and then we're just gonna go up. Actually, this might give me time to pop a recharge potion, since I am standing on something. Okay, now we can get to the top of it. And it's gone again. See, this did not used to happen. This very much did not used to happen. Did not have this much trouble landing on the top of it before. Okay, there's the top. There we go. So here we have the Rainbow Bridge. Someone up here practicing their music, I think. No, somebody has left. Someone has left the violin. That's cool for us to play if we want to, and I don't want to, but that's really neat. Not entirely certain why I had a red dot. What's up? Going with that being a glitch. So here we have a nice rainbow bridge. You can hang out up here. It's just a matter of figuring out how high you need to get. And then you want to make sure to touch the bridge because it doesn't show up unless you're touching it. And then you can just kind of chill up here. There's some good views. But mostly it's just kind of a cool thing to look at. And then we can leave them to their practice because I think they are playing violin. We're gonna take a look at the nice rainbow and then hop down. And you can see it disappears pretty much as soon as you get off of it. So that's one of those, either you need to know or you need to be just kind of messing around and playing around. I think that's how I found it. Messing around and ran into it. I was like, oh, what is this? And I climbed it to the top and sat on it. And it was cool. Then you can, of course, hang out on the top of this place. But if you go too far, I think it just pops you to the other side. Do not know why I have a red dot with my wings. I haven't tried playing a violin on the top of the rainbow bridge before, so that might be all that it is. You can chill up here. You can get a nice look at everything. Go this way a little bit. We should get a good view of the whole mountain, which is pretty neat to see. So yeah, we are running into invisible barriers. There are only so many places you're allowed to go. Even within the out of bounds, like I can't go. I'm actually a little bit stuck here. We may end up going home because definitely caught in some barriers. But you can see some neat. It's trying to send, yeah, the only way I can go is this direction. Trying to send me to the end through the next section without having to deal with the temple, so that is nice. There you can see the mountain. Just cool looking. And this is the direction you go when you're first starting the game. Get a great view of the mountain. Yeah, this is the route over. So if you have not done the arc season and you are having to gather all the lights, that's an easier way to get here, to get the turquoise light, I think it's turquoise that's in here. That was the hardest light for everybody to find that season, because this is not an area most people run through more often than just the first time. So, turquoise light is technically somewhere in here. They just stopped having that be in quest. It'd be nice if they would put it back in quest though, because that'll get more use of this area. It's a very nice view. But I think this is where we are gonna stop for the day. We've done our dailies, we've gathered them, we've checked out a couple of out of bounds areas, and I think I'm gonna head home. And then I will leave you guys for today. And see what we're gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow I will probably try streaming over on Twitch and see how that goes. Might post a link here so anyone who wants to can come check it out. But yeah, this is a good little hangout. Lots of fun. And I will see you tomorrow.